Hello, wonderful students. Today we're going to work on an R control vowel, I-R, which says and an R control vowel is when a vowel is followed by an R, the R will change the sound that the vowel makes. So when we put I and R together, it says Now, many of you have this book in your folder. It is your Phonics Fun Frederickson Flyers Journal. If you have that, please go and get that. If you don't, just get a piece of paper and something to write with and have fun learning with us. So if you have this book, pause the video and go and get that and come back and have some fun learning I-R with us. Let's begin. We're first going to write up at the top girl, because notice we have a picture of a girl and we're going to draw that picture today. So up at the top, write G. And since I'm putting it up at the top and making it stand out, I'm going to capitalize it. I-R-L. And underline I-R and say girl. I-R. Now we're going to make a circle. And we're making more of a stick figure. Not real fancy. Not real fancy, but a fancy stick figure. So here we go. A straight line down. And then a triangle for the body. And I'm going to put something inside that triangle. And if you guessed I-R, you're exactly right. So I-R. And you can even underline that I-R and say And then I'm going to come back up here and make a dot for the I and another dot for the I. And you could put eyelashes if you prefer and add detail. And then a beautiful smile. And then here we're going to make another line and a circle. And then another line and a circle. And then another line and a circle. And down here we'll make another line for the legs, a leg and another leg, and then a circle for the feet. Now we'll make some hair, so we'll come out like this. And you can make it a little thicker so it looks like hair coming out. And then we'll make a circle because we're going to put bows in there. And we'll come like, it looks like a triangle, but you can't see the point because the circle's in front. And the same thing on the other side. And then the hair comes out a little bit more. And then you make a curved line around. Okay. And then we have another line. And then a circle. And then those triangles again. And you can't see the point because the circle's in front. And then coming out. And you can make a curl again. And then here, another line in a circle. And then keep going, and then you can go around and give it a curl. And there's my triangle for the bow. And another triangle. Oh, it's looking good. The girl likes to twirl and eat a yummy swirl. We'll talk about what a swirl is here in just a moment. And another line, and a circle, and those are those triangles again, and then come around, give it a curl. Oops, that's okay, I just fixed it. I went around and then up. And then one more for good measure. We're going to come out, and then a circle. And pause the video if I'm going too fast, and then keep going. And then the hair coming out. And then another. So we went up and around and then this way. And there we have our girl. And in her hand, she is going to have a yummy swirl cone. And you're wondering, a swirl? Well, a swirl cone is half of one kind of ice cream and half of another. So we're going to make the cone and then our lines diagonal. And we're going to make it a waffle cone so we can go like this. And then we can make that yummy soft ice cream in there, and it's a swirl cone. And you can put your swirls in there. So it's different kinds in your swirl cone. And say this with me. The girl likes to twirl and eat a yummy swirl. So a word that rhymes with girl is twirl. So we're going to write twirl. T-W-I-R-L. And there's that I-R-er. Underline that and get that permanent in your brain. Twirl. And then we have swirl. S-W. There's that. These are blends here. Twoo and swoo. And then we put I-R here next to swoo. And then an L. And we have swirl. And swirl rhymes with twirl. And girl. Girl, twirl, swirl. Now a few more words that we're going to practice will be in your upcoming book that you'll be reading, or any books that you might be reading. You'll find these words in lots of books, not just the book that we're going to be reading, but other books as well. So notice I am wearing a shirt. So our word is shirt. So S-H-I-R-T, shirt. Underline that I-R and say shirt. The next word that rhymes with shirt is squirt. My mom will squirt me with the hose on a hot day. Cool me off, squirt. So S-Q-U, that's a blend. Say squirt. And then I-R-R and T, and you have the word squirt. If you're having trouble with that word, draw a little hose, and then you can spray some water out of it. Squirt. Okay? Our next word is third. Once I finish the second grade, I will be in third grade. That TH says th, so write TH, and then IR, underline that IR, and then D. Third. A word that rhymes with third is bird. Take off the TH and put a B, and then IRD, and you have bird. Third, bird. And then we have over here, stir. I will stir the soup tonight. In fact, I will be, because I made chicken noodle soup and I'm going to stir that soup for real. S-T-I-R. And I made the soup yesterday, so yesterday I stirred the soup too. So say stirred. S-T-I-R, underline that I-R, and then another R-E-D, and say stirred. We're going to put a star by that one. That's a harder word, stirred. I stirred the soup. Now another one I'm going to put a star by is stirring. I am stirring the soup right now, stirring. That's S-T-I-R, underline that I-R, another R, and then ing, I-N-G. And you can underline that ing too. Stirring. Okay. Now let's read and practice our words for good measure. Here we go. Shirt, squirt, third, bird, girl, twirl, swirl, stir, stirred, like yesterday I stirred the soup, stirring. I am stirring the soup. One more time, and let's just read the word. Shirt, squirt, third, bird, girl, twirl, swirl, stir, stirred, stirring. Now my sentence is going to be, the girl likes to twirl and eat a yummy swirl. So here is this is a big sentence. The girl, and I'm going to underline that IR, the girl likes to swirl, 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 and eat a yummy swirl. I'm going to even add a little more to it. Swirl ice cream cone, because that is what she is eating. Ice cream cone. And I will put an exclamation because I would be excited if I was her. Now, we'll reread that for good measure. Sentence starts with a capital, ends with an end mark, space between each word. The girl likes to swirl. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. So what should I do? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to cross that out and put twirl. And I'm going to underline that. In writing, boys and girls, we make mistakes and then we just fix it. And then later, you'll write it over and then turn it in on campus. Okay? The girl likes to twirl and eat a yummy swirl ice cream cone. The girl likes to twirl and eat a yummy swirl ice cream cone. See, if I wouldn't have reread that sentence, I wouldn't have had it right. So remember, always reread your work, your stories, your sentences, or whatever it is that you're writing. Reread it to make sure it makes sense. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget, IR says The girl likes to twirl and eat a yummy swirl ice cream cone. Have a wonderful day and keep learning and growing your brain. Bye-bye, students.